Through the task number 2. So this is going to be looking at creating the dustpan. So this video demonstration should assist you in going through your work, because from today's lesson it felt like kind of there's a little bit of kind of stopping and going forward throughout the class. So hopefully this will speed things up. So to begin with, we're going to head on over to Onshape. So we want to go to create document, and we're going to call this task 2. So let's create that and it'll load up for a second. Okay, so we're ready to go from here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to click on sketch and we want to click on that top plane. Okay, I'm going to click over here on the right hand side and I'm just going to put that onto my top view, so I'm looking directly down on top of it. Now I'm just going to zoom out there a little bit, not necessary, but again it helps you kind of keep your work centered. So coming back over here to my drawing, I can see that I need to have some form of a basic rectangle here. So I can see I've got 10 plus 100 plus 10, which is 120. And I've got 80 plus 80, which is 160. So that means I'm going to have a rectangle, which is 120 by 160. So from there, I'm going to go to a center point rectangle, and I'm going to draw it out like so. I'm going to come up here to my dimension tool, and I'm going to change that front measurement to 120, clicking enter. And I'm going to change that side measurement to 160, and clicking enter once more. So that's that part done. I'm going to click on the green tick here, and now what I'm going to use is my mouse keys, so I can start to see I've kind of got my shape somewhere inside there. So coming back over to my drawing, I'm going to put on this overall height that I've got in my work. Now you'll see that overall height is over here, which says it is 40. So I'm going to go to extrude, and you want to click on that, and you want to type in just over here 40 and click enter once again. So now we're left with this shape, and again what we're going to do is we want to start drawing these right corner triangles, okay, over here. So you'll see that that's 30, and this distance from here to here is 80, which says it's just down here. So going once more onto sketch, and I'm just going to click the top surface, and I'm just going to rotate my drawing so that it's looking this way, and I'm going to go to line. So from here I want to draw a line which is 80 long, and that's going to stretch somewhere over here and back to this distance here. Now the next thing I need to do is I want to dimension that to that line here from here over to here, and type in 40 and clicking enter, and here once more that should automatically be set as 80 because you've got that distance there. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side, from here to here, back over and across. And then once more again, I just want to dimension that space there and repeat it once again. Oh, so I'm after making a quick mistake there. You see I've said 30. So if you make that mistake, all you need to do is just double click on your work and type in 30. My apologies, that's my mistake. And 30. So there you go, you got your work there. Then what you're going to do is, again, you just use my mouse keys. You don't need to do this, but I think it just helps with visualizing this. You're going to go to extrude once again. So if it doesn't select your work like it automatically did for mine, it may look something like this. So you just need to use your cursor and select on those parts. Now, a lot of people might just type in the measurement here, but make sure you click on remove. Okay. The next mistake some people will do is they may have it on surfaces. So make sure that you always have your work sit on solids. Okay. So once that's done, you'll click on your two parts, and you can change blind to through all, and then you're going to click on the green tick. So now you've ended up with this shape here. From there, where you're going to go is we're going to draw this circular part in here. So you can see that's radius 40, and then the distance from here to here, which is the diameter, is going to be 80. So from the beginning, you're going to go to sketch, and again to the top surface, rotate your drawing into your top view. You're going to go to circle, and you're going to drop in a circle there, no size unknown. You're going to use your dimension tool, click on the edge, drag it across, and you're going to type in 80, clicking enter. From there, then what you're going to do is we want to create this kind of almost like a V shape outside here. So again, come across to your work, use the line tool, so you can see you click on line just over here, and we want to come from the edge of your work. Now you'll know you're selecting on the edge of your work. You'll see almost a dotted line come up here, and when you're right on the edge of your circle, it will come up in an orange color. So we want to click on that edge. Zoom out once again, and we're going to just drag it somewhere down along here, and we're going to bring that distance across. Okay. Now just to get rid of that line, stop it following me around, I'm just going to press escape. And I'm just going to track my work up a little bit more there. Sorry. And I'm going to go to my dimension tool once again. Going to draw this in for 10 millimeters and clicking enter. So that's that part done. So I want to repeat that line over here on this side. So again, go to line tool. Repeat the same thing once again. And over here, press escape on my keyboard. Go to your dimension tool. And typing in 10. Now that's not fully done. We need to close off this drawing in here. So you're going to again go to your line tool and draw that line across there. So now we can click on escape. So what you can see now, it's highlighting. Okay, for some of you that was a big kind of issue with today's lesson. Biggest thing is the reason why that's not appearing is some of you haven't drawn this line on it. Some of you have got this slightly moved, so that seems to be a big kind of area for mistakes. But anyway, if you follow those steps, hopefully you should be able to get to here. So from here, we can see that that's going down a distance of 30, okay? Now I know that's sloping at the front, but we're going to completely ignore that till the very end. So we know that's going down 30. Let's do that now. You're going to go to extrude, and you'll see again, you'll go to remove, type in 30, and if you click on the green tick, there it's there. Okay, from there where you're going to go then is we are going to put on this almost kind of a slanted section, which you can see over here. So you can see it's dipping down that distance there. Now some of that's unknown, but if you look at some of the measurements, you will see that it's kind of shown to you here. So from this measurement over here, it is 20, which is the same here. But we know the overheight is 20, so we can see that's going to come up 20 and it's going to touch that point over here, which is up 40. So again, we've kind of got a triangular shape here, and we're going to draw that on the side of our work, and we're going to cut it across the whole way. So 20 by 80. So to do that, you want to go to sketch once again, and we're going to click on any side. It could be this side or it could be the far side. I'm going to click on that, and we're just going to move that fully across that we're looking directly at it. So just to double check our drawing, because our double check our drawing so we don't make the mistake. So 20 and 80. So you want to go to our line function again. Got to go to our line function, and we're going to step down here 20, and then that is going to come up to this point and come across to here. Now some of you will say, sorry, how do you know those distances? Again, if you set your drawing up correctly, I'm using those planes of reference to really help me out, the same way I would have drew with my semicircle there at the beginning. So you're going to go to my dimension tool, and you're going to click on this line here, double check it, make sure it's 20, that's great, and double check this one, it's 80, yeah, okay, so that's perfect. Now again, just going to move that across, and we're going to go to extrude, and we're going to push that the whole way through. So again, you can see there, I don't have it set to remove. Once I set that to remove, click on the green tick, and there we go, we got our work. Okay, so we're coming just towards the end now of our systems. What we'll focus on next is we'll do this part back here. So this part here, we can see that again, it's got a circular shape on it here, and for the rest of it, it's basically just a rectangle, which is 3D, which becomes a cuboid with some form of a curved edge on it. So to begin with that, we're going to start with drawing it as if it is a rectangle. So again, we're going to go to our top, and we're going to try and zoom into that back corner inside there. Now, we are going to use sketch on our top surface. We can see it's 30 across, and it's going to be coming up 20. So that's going to be for our extrude. So we want to draw some form of a rectangle that's going to stretch down along here. It's going to overlap that part and come across. So I'm going to, instead of using a center point rectangle, I'm going to use a corner rectangle this time, okay? And you're going to stretch that across, and it's going to come somewhere up about here. And we're just going to place it just randomly in about there. So again, there's no dimension set in that, but we will come back and now start to dimension this. So to go back to our drawing, we can see it's 30 across, but there's a midpoint or halfway line going through it. So half of 30 is going to be 15. So go to our dimension tool and we want to draw it across here and typing in 1, 5. And again, we want to repeat that on the far side. So again, you can go to your corner rectangle and we want to draw this across here again. And we'll place it in nice and randomly somewhere about here. Okay. And again, we go to our dimension tool and come across here, type in 1, 5 and click enter. So now what's going on is we're left with these kind of faces out here that we don't know a measurement of and that we need to start trying to figure out what they are. So what we can see though is these are coming out a radius of 40. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to again use our circular tool and we are going to go from this point here and we're going to draw it across back to here. Go to your dimension tool and you want to set that to 8, 0 once again. Now what should happen is these are now overlapping this part, apart from this little corner here, which is my mistake. So if you just click on that, drag it out ever so slightly, just so you've got a little bit of an overlap. You want to come to a trim function. So trim, it's like a scissors, trims away the excess. Clicking on that, remove, 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 and get the last little part. Now, some of you will leave it there, but just to speed things up when it comes to your extrude, if you remove that one too, and again, it's a nice little trick. We'll rotate our work just so we can see it for the sake of the video. Zooming in, come to extrude. We want to go to add. So let's see what's going on with this now. There we go. And we want that to come up with 20. So change that to 20 and click enter. So that's that there. Now, last but not least, then it's going to be that slanted section, which is on here. Now, there's a quick tool to do that. It's back 20, it's back 25, but if you come over here, there's a tool here which is called chamfer. Now, if you click on chamfer and we put that on there, what we're going to do is we're going to set that to, let's go for a distance of, let's set our degrees here to 60. I'm going to set this to 5 maybe. Okay, maybe 8. 10. There we go. So 60 and 10. So 60 degrees and 10 degrees worth of a distance. Okay, seems to be working quite nicely there. And you can click the green tick. So that is effectively that project done. I know that video seems quite quick, okay, but again, having the video at least will kind of stop me stopping and repeating and kind of going through each one throughout the class, okay. So the main areas where people seem to be quite messing up is on this curve section. Maybe you're misaligning things, so hopefully having this video should help with that. Okay, have a good evening or a good rest of your day. Goodbye.